Hey everybody, it's Momentary Flux. Welcome back to Factorio. We're still on version 17.39. Nothing to report there. So the goal here is basically to win the game. We're gonna just be looking over the factory and trying to optimize what we can to keep the technology rolling in, and then to optimize the production to make the necessary materials to create a rocket. So let's take a look here at how we're doing here. Where's our technology? It's up here. So what I was trying to do last time was I was increasing the engine production so that I can keep the blue science running. Looks like we're running about half right now, but the engine should be coming over now, which is going to boost this up. I'd like to keep all 10 running if possible, but that's not always possible. I do my best and see how it goes. Looks like we have plenty of yellow, but we don't really have a buffer of yellow, so maybe that's something I want to do real quick, is just add a little buffer here. I need one more chest to make this happen. So if I just pull them off here and then put them back on, that's gonna because this one can't put any on there, it's just gonna fill up this box, and that way if they ever do get drained down, then it will start putting them back in from the box. So there's gonna be like a thousands and thousands and thousands buffer. So we'll just let that basically. The question is, do we? I think they come in stacks of 200, so that is an enormous amount of yellow science. So if those are in stacks of 200 and that's 10 wide, that's, you know, what, 2,000? Wow, seriously, I'm challenged today. 2,000 there, 2,000 there. That'd be 4,000 yellow science. That's quite the buffer. It's better than just leaving it like that. Like this one has a buffer just because I'm doing a request. So maybe we should boost that up to like 1,000 or something like that also, just to keep the factory running. And we can also that way better see where the bottlenecks are. So this will be our buffer here. This is our buffer there. Blue doesn't have a buffer, but blue is never going to have a buffer because blue is required basically for every single technology now, other than a few low-level military techs that I didn't get, which I could do just to let blue back up a bit, but I think we're good. We'll just let it go. So rocket control unit is the current technology, and then the next technology will be the rocket. So we're going to start building some of these things. Let me look at the rocket silo. I think we have the stuff we can build a rocket silo, but the question is, what does the rocket silo need? Now I know it needs rocket fuel in large quantities. What else does a rocket need? It needs lots of rocket control units, which we're researching right now. So that's going to need speed module 1s. So maybe we can go set up a few extra speed module 1s up here in our little mall. And the question is going to be in the end is, are we going to need more resources? Are we going to have to build more outposts? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But I definitely am going to need more speed module 1s. There is no question that I will need more of those. So am I making any of them now is another question. I do not see them here. So let's put in some of the 1s for sure. Let's see here. I can just put a few here. Let's try a 6. And then we're going to need more for the rocket control units. So I'll put a bunch of those in there. And then we're going to need rocket fuel, which I can't remember what the components are for. So that takes solid fuel. So that's something I think we should probably build down by the refinery. So we'll go take a look at that. Alright, so that's those, and then rocket control units are almost built. We need to get this going here. I think maybe 100 of each. This is going to really get the factory buzzing. It's going to take a lot of resources. So let's just cut and paste this around here. Make sure that they're all collecting. Okay, good. And the control units are just about finished. We'll just might as well wait for them at this point. Yeah, these things really build pretty slow, I think, too. I think we're going to need a lot more red cards, to be honest. All right, so that's done. That means we can actually start work on... no, we have productivity modules to do first. Okay. So let's get those productivity modules going, but we can start the rocket control units. And those take blue cards and speed modules. Let's just do like 30. Sounds good. Alright, copy pasted everything. Make sure everything's there. Yeah, I have a feeling that the blue cards, whatever buffer we have, I can hover over here. We have almost 4,000 blue cards, but those are going to be chewed up in an instant. And we don't have any buffer on the red cards. So that might be something we need to start looking at making more of too. Which is a plastic issue, I suppose. But first things first, let's go over there and get some solid fuel going if we don't already have it. And get some rocket fuel being made. We'll do that down at the refinery. I guess I can tear up some of this stuff. Just some random leftovers. Alright, down here to the refinery. Okay. So, I'm not sure. Looks like we have a lot of red oil, which is being converted here. Or it should be being converted here, but it's not. I wonder why. Okay. So this is saying that 20,000. Okay, so it's just converting that. And we have plenty of oil. This is completely full. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make my own little solid fuel system out back here. Now I do have solid fuel being made here, but this is for the blue science technology. And do I just go off of that? I mean, this is only coming off of yellow. I'm a little leery. I think I should make my own little refinery back here. I think maybe two oil refineries will be enough. I just need some stone bricks. Let's go grab some stone bricks. I mean, basically, we're just doing this stuff. I wouldn't say to kill time, but to wait for that technology to finish up. Where are the stone bricks? I'm so confused after playing 3 different games, like as to where things are. Stone bricks must be way up north, way up at the top of the factory. So let's run up there. It's good to see though that we're having fairly solid lines here with our main resources. That makes me happy. That makes me Factorio happy. Alright, that's steel. Getting up into the stone area here. Okay, good. Here we go. So let's make 2 refineries and then some chemical plants. I think that should be enough, because we're going to process all the oil types. And we have a lot of space here now, so let's just put it up here. So there's 2 kinds of oil processing. There's the advanced, which gives more natural gas and less of the other kinds of oil. What is it? Okay, so that's 100, and this is also 100. So they're just basically, they produce the same amount, but just different kinds of fuels. So this one, I think we just want something more equal, because we're not really looking for natural gas. We're just looking for material. So let's just do this. And we'll just connect it up. And we'll just connect it like that. Okay, I have some substations. Let me drop one back here. Get those fired up. So now I need some chem factories, which are queued up in my production queue, and they should be along any second here. There's the first one. So actually, I do think we need to combine these up. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's connect them together. All right. So do we need a buffer tank? We probably do. What the heck? So let's put one there, and we'll put the other one up here for the natural gas. So there's some there, some there. Looks good. So now we just need to convert all of this to solid fuel. So we just need chem factories, and to do that, we don't even need water. So I wonder if I can just line these up here. That looks good. So this would be yellow. This would be red. Or is that right? No, this would be natural gas. And this would be red. Connect from the tanks. And look at that. They all line up nice and perfectly. So then beyond that, we need to get them out of there. And then we need to collect them. And there's going to be a lot here. So let's put 2 of these. Let's use stack inserters. And let's add a few more roboports to support this operation. All right, we also need to put a little splitter down here to get this double-sided, I think, just in case those can't keep up, but I think they can pretty much. All right, so that's gonna be our rocket fuel there. That's gonna be enough for that. So let's see. You know, actually, come to think of it, rather than transporting that stuff around, it might be just the best move to just to build that rocket fuel here and then transport the rocket fuel out. So let's do that. Let's just take a turn to the north here, and we'll make our rocket fuel here. That makes better sense to me. So it takes 10 solid fuel for 1 rocket fuel. So that's gonna take a lot of solid fuel. All right, that's gonna take that. So let's see how we're doing here. So those are just constantly going. Yeah, we'll see how it does. Fill in the inserters. So yeah, rather than carrying these up and then carrying the rocket fuel back, let's just put the rocket fuel here. That makes better sense. All right, I think we need to up our the number of refineries we have here. So let's make 2 more refineries and see how that does. And it would seem like there would be a surplus of... actually, I guess it's not the refineries, is it? It's these are going too slow. Well, we can put some speed modules in there. Let me queue up a few level 2s here. I'm going to cancel that refinery. Get rid of some of this trash. So if I make a couple of speed module 2s and put them in there, that's going to help. That's going to help more than adding more refineries. Or, you know, I could also add some more of these chemical factors if I need to. But we definitely, rocket fuel, I mean, we need a lot of it. A lot. I'm not sure what the rocket is. We're going to find out when we get that researched, but I'm pretty sure that we need a lot of that stuff. Productivity module 3 is just about done. We'll let that just stuff accumulate for a bit. I suppose one thing I could do, if I were so inclined, would be to make a solid fuel buffer chest here. That collects any excess. I'm thinking about this. Like, so if I pull it off here and I do like a little circular route or a half circle like I did up here with the yellow, it will fill stuff in, but will it? Yeah, if that were empty, it's just basically like I'm pulling off of it anyway. So let's just pull off of it. Yeah, what I'm thinking there is, like, if I did do a little buffer chest, right? And then this runs low, the blue science runs low, but this is all taken away to be used for rocket fuel. This would be empty anyway, and then there would be none getting through there. So, you know, actually what I could do might be a smarter move, would just be to put a splitter here to guarantee that half of this always goes through no matter what. So that we can guarantee that blue science is always getting... oh, we're taking damage. Where? Oh, down south wall. Okay, that's all right. Anyway, so that with half of this going through, because I'm splitting this off here instead of just taking it directly from the line, blue science will always have solid fuel. And then we have a little extra, whatever's extra coming out of the yellow oil will be surplus that we can use to make rocket fuel. All right. Well, this is going to take a while. It's 1,000 rocket part. Okay, so 10 control units, 10 low density structures, which we have a lot of, and 10 rocket fuel. And then we need a lot of that stuff. So yeah. So this is being pulled out here. Let's go back up to our rocket. I'm wondering if I should just do a little request here. We'll do a request for solid fuel. We'll put all that we have in there. Bump this up to a couple hundred. And then we'll have two sort of inputs for solid fuel. All right. So I'm pretty confident that that's going to work out pretty well. This is going to fill up quickly, actually, because solid fuel only comes in stacks of 10. So let's put another collector there in case that fills up. See how our speed module's doing here. I've got 2. Which one is the fullest? It should be this, right? So let's put it in there for now. And as I build more, I will drop those in. Cool. So we're basically just, you know, we're working towards endgame here, getting the various things that we need to get the rocket launched, making sure that everything is sort of prepped. Let's go take a look at the low density structures. Maybe I need to add another storage chest for those. Those are also in stacks of 10. How are we doing on our red cards as well? Yeah, those are just basically empty. Yeah, let's add another collector chest here. Just in case those fill up. We want as many as we can. So we extended the red cards last time out as far as I can make them go. I'm wondering if there's any way I can sort of swing this the bus down a little bit further and make another collection. Let's just, you know, see how wide it is and if we can squeeze things through. So I started it here. Tear that off. So we would need the 2 main ingredients coming down through here. Let's see if I can snake it through. And then we would just need steel, which I can come through this way, and we'd also need plastic, which is coming down through here. Maybe if I move this over a little bit. This will make sense. This spaghetti will make sense when I get things lined up here. Okay, so this would be iron. This would be copper. And then we just need to weasel through here with plastic, and I think I can do that. Now that I have a little more room. So plastic would have to come through the underground. And then the output comes out over here, which is strictly going to be only to the logistics system. So I think that's going to work. I think if we send that through, it'll work. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll just have to split off the split off the plastic. I'm wondering if maybe if I split it off here, I could split it off again here. Maybe get a little bit better. Is that going to make a difference? I don't think that's going to make a difference. I think we're just going to have to split this one, and since this one's backed up, it'll send anything that's left over down this way. Alright, so the next thing to do, let's clear out all the power poles here, because I'll use substations instead. So let's just line this out with some substations real quick. We're going to have to move that roboport. I can just move it up here a little bit. And then a few more substations down at the other side here. Okay, so now let's make a, let's find out what I did with the other blueprints. There we are. Let's get some of this red card stuff, and I'll just copy over here to from copper maker to copper maker. Remove all the power poles with the right clicks. Confirm. And just spam it down. See how far I can go. Let's move this. I think if I move this one over here just a little bit, they'll connect. That's better. And I think I can extend that a little bit further. I think that's good enough for this bottom one. This is going to suck down basically all the resources we have. I hope it doesn't starve the other one, but it's going to be more in general. So I think it should be all right. As long as it doesn't eat up all the copper. That's the main thing, and the plastic for that matter. All right, so we got more red cards being made. Let's see what our production is here. Over 10 minutes, we're producing 139 a minute. Let's see what that goes up to as these things come online. Oh, I gotta add a couple more substations. Alright. So I think the last one, like everything else is gonna work, I know, but is this last one gonna work? We're gonna find out when the plastic is down here. Alright, so we got green cards. We just need copper. There's one in there already, so that's definitely going to work. Okay, good. We just running out of copper. Hopefully, when the machines fill up with a surplus of copper, they won't grab as much, and it'll that copper will make it a little further down the line. We shall see. One thing I could do also is I could upgrade these belts to red belts to sort of to move the resources a little bit faster down the line. Might be a good idea. There's a bit of a project though, even with the upgrade tool. Not sure if it's worth it. Alright, let's check in on our production. I know they're all up and running here. So we had it on 10 minutes, it was 139, now we're up to 154. That's a pretty significant increase. It could have been actually less than 139 because some of them were already enacted. But yeah, I think it's probably starving the upper column because hopefully things will back up a bit, like I said, with the plastic, with the copper. I can inject more copper if I need to, but I'm not sure that there's actual copper to spare. Let's hover over this. So there's 11K copper in storage, so there is a little bit extra copper if I need to. If I need to add some in down below here. It looks like it's backing up a little bit better. We'll see. Let's give it a couple minutes to reach equilibrium and see where we're at. We definitely increased what we can make, no doubt about it. All right, how's that rocket silo coming? 25%. Let's go look at our technology here. See what's lacking, if anything is lacking. It's probably the red cards. The blue science, it seems to be the holdup. And we're backed up. Perfect. That's actually really good news that we're seeing all of those being used. A couple hundred of those. Oh yeah, lots of purple. And how are we doing on blue cards? 3,500. So we're kind of losing ground on the blue cards, but I think we're doing all right. Well, I guess I'll take a couple of minutes to do some upgrades. Can't hurt. Might help. So let's get out the little upgrade tool here. Get back to the beginning. Trying to see where the reds are. I don't want to. Think. Go to here. We'll just go through. We'll just go through. Do it like as good as we can, anyway. These nice big long stretches are easy. Yeah, all the way down. Hopefully there's enough stuff in the system to handle this as well. And is that it? Is that a yellow behind there? That ought to be upgraded. This is all red until it hits here. Oh, I suppose I can update this stuff too. Why not? Yeah, mostly I'm thinking about the copper because it just takes more copper than it does iron. It eats at a much higher rate. So let's see, we need to upgrade that and that. That. These undergrounds are already updated, so it's looking good there. Okay. Well, that's got things moving, doesn't it? And if it turns out we need to upgrade the iron as well, we can. Now that's going to eat copper at a much greater rate, but we did increase the ore output up there last time we were up there at the copper outpost when we were taking care of some of those enemy nests and stuff. So it looks like maybe plastic might be the bottleneck, but we had plenty of natural gas. If I can hover over it. Yeah, we're consuming that now too, though. So yeah, we just basically opened the taps on everything, and everything's running like wide open now, hitting about 200 megawatts of power usage, which is pretty telling. That's a lot of power. But hopefully we're gonna get backed up here, and we're gonna hit an equilibrium, and we're reaching the end here with the copper. That's awesome. Now this line, copper line, is getting doubled up. It's taking everything that gets left in the copper lines and then sending them down one. So that's why this one is a little more efficient, I think. But this one's getting backed up too. Well, it's still upgrading, but yeah, it's getting backed up too. Let's check in on those production values. 10-minute production value 202. So we've gone up. We've almost doubled our red car production. That is freaking awesome. And we got none. Yeah, they're all just being consumed by all those speed modules we're making. But that's why we're doing this, so it's working. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And we're just waiting on that rocket silo, and hopefully by the time we get the rocket silo, we're going to have enough materials banked up that we're going to be able to feed a good part of that first rocket. I'll be very, very happy to do so. Let's check in on our rocket fuel. I was curious how that's working. Oh, look. We're backed up on the solid fuel, so that's telling me we need to make more assemblers. Yeah, let's get some more assemblers going here. Have to extend this up. And we'll just move that up. Well, we'll pretend one is there, and then there'll be more up here. Okay. Let's see. Let's add one more. So I just need some collectors. And those are outside of the range. So we can fix that up. I'm kind of just haphazardly throwing stuff together here. I feel like so it's a bit endgame-ish. Stick around for the big payoff. All right, let's grab everything we can out of here. Dump it in here. Actually, you know what? I guess the smart move is just to do this, because I don't need to move. They don't need to be in that box. They can be in storage, so I'll just put them in storage. No biggie. And we'll just do this. Let's just go ahead and make a tiny little blueprint. Why not? And spam it up. And let the construction robots do it. We'll see if that takes up all this. Takes up all the solid fuel. So we're backing up here. Getting quite a lot of fuel. I like it. Here comes the Armada. All right. Well, I just realized I've been playing for quite a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here as these construction robots fill this up, and hopefully next time we'll get this. With the rocket silo technology, we'll finish up, and we can move on to the final phase of the game, building the launch pad and powering up a rocket. We're going to need to make at least one satellite. We're going to make one rocket and launch that sucker into space. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate every view, every subscriber, every comment, every thumbs up, all that stuff. I totally appreciate it. I'm not working for it. But I do appreciate it. It definitely lets me know that you guys are enjoying this series and enjoying the future series, hopefully. So we will catch you later. Take it easy, everyone. See you next time.